Hello? Are your people really different than people in other religions? I grew up with everyone in the organization telling me that they have the truth because they proved it with the, quote, clean people, unquote. I heard you say that when you went to the meeting, you knew it was the truth because there wasn't anyone there that smelled like alcohol or cigarettes on a Sunday morning. Did you ever stop to think that they might just be so scared of losing their family that they just learned how to hide it well? I personally knew many who smoked and drank. Think back on all those judicial committees you sat in on. Can you truly say that the people in the organization are any different than in any other religious organization? Can you truly say, after decades of being an elder, that everything you consider wrongdoing ends in a cleaning of the congregation and the protection of the other members? Do you realize that when you are using the phrase of protecting the congregation, you are not considering the physical protection of the members, but rather only the protection of the current doctrine? Search deep down inside. Can you not see that the same injustices exist within the organization that you berate other religions for? Can you not see that you are a member of a clergy class, even though you are not personally paid for it? Yet when you tell someone you will never move up to overseer, it is a most telling description of your belief deep down inside of the clergy structure you outwardly deny. Do you use the same set of scales to weigh the sins of your own religious leaders that you use to measure other religions? Do you? For example, remember that local preacher was caught with the church secretary many years ago? Remember that every witness used this example at the door to show a distinction between their religion and any others, making themselves look better in the eyes of the person at the door and putting down the other's religion in a manipulative way. I bring up this example because I know you have had experience with these same type of instances involving many overseers in the course of your being an overseer yourself. Yet, did you go out door to door and say you know of many in your religion that have done this too? Why would that never enter your mind? Do you ever feel like you have a double standard? You see, the very thing you are pointing out in order to justify your belief that they are the one and only truth is the very thing that I know you have had experience seeing happen in your own religion. I know this is true, and you can't deny it, because I have seen it for myself. Now you might say, but they are kicked out, or at the very least removed from being an overseer. You know this is not a true statement. I know this is not a true statement. You know of many who were only counseled, and no outward action was ever taken. No person outside the committee was let know that the overseer did something that many others were kicked out for. For if it were known, wouldn't it make many realize that the scales used by the organization to judge other religions are not the same set of scales used within the organization? They would realize it is hypocritical. You know this is true. You know all the examples I can cite. The elders that have had affairs among many other things. And yes, I can cite your own actions. Yet you were never removed, never reproved or kicked out. Your clergy class protected you. If it were anyone else, they would have kicked them out. Now you may say, not to look at the deeds of individual men. If that is the case, nobody should have ever used the affair by the preacher as an example to prove the organization has the one and only truth. The next time you are about to use these examples as your proof, think twice and remember everyone that was kicked out by you for doing the very things you did. The only difference is, yours was covered up because of your connections. They just didn't have connections to cover theirs up.